Welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my Compost Heap. Let's see what stories are working on at this hour. We live in a city and there are guns everywhere in America, so we're going to see caution tape at times, but we're seeing it less often than we used to in New Haven. They just announced the statistics for the first 6 months of 2026 in the city. The trends are positive. We've had 2 homicides so far this year. That compares to 7 at that point last year. We've had 9 non-fatal shootings. That compares to 16 a year ago. Hartford's had 13 homicides. Well, our beautiful Union Station is turning blue. That's temporary scaffolding put up because they're doing a major renovation of the beautiful historic century-old building there and all the brickwork. $4.7 million of work. That's just the exterior. It's part 1. And then we're going to get to a major upgrade of the interior, one of our beautiful public amenities in our city. On the season of awards and honors being given out, the Board of Alders this week recognized and honored Jalen Jackson. He's a security guard with the parking authority, and he saved the life at a downtown parking garage. Someone was at the top, was going to jump off. That's happened before. He talked the person back, and they were able to get help. Good luck, job. Here's some recorded jazz, Billie Holiday, great New Haven duos, the Furors. And as fun as recording music is at home, we know it's always better out live in the community. 2 venues are starting 2 new weekly series to try to give us more live music. The Cannon, the great pub on Dwight Street, is doing a weekly local music series run by the people who run the State House. And Zinc has this garden area where they're now starting a Thursday night jazz series. Well, you want to put a shovel in the ground and build a new big data center to suck up a lot of energy to fuel AI? Don't even think about doing it in New Haven for now. That's the message of a proposal announced this week, to put a 1-year moratorium on any new data centers in New Haven. We don't know of any proposals for any new data centers in New Haven, but New Haven is doing what a lot of cities are doing around the country, taking a hard look at whether these data centers and AI are worth it or whether they hurt communities more by sucking up so much energy and harming the environment. One place we can't wait to build in New Haven is a new tower, where we've already built a couple of others by Carter Winstanley, this one at 2 Church Street, in part to house the state's new quantum computer project. Now, unlike AI, quantum doesn't get the same amount of attention, but I actually think it's a lot more promising. It doesn't allegedly need all the energy that AI needs, and it's not training machines to take over the thinking and the work of humans, but rather they do equations so fast, like they claim hours or days what it used to take centuries or millennia to solve a problem. So they want to build this here, and we're embracing it. But one of the good questions about it came at a meeting this week of the Development Commission. Commissioner Rebecca Weiner asked the people in Winstanley, how are you going to deal with all those vibrations? She actually knows someone who's done quantum. And I need my notes for this because this is way beyond my expertise. But she was saying when they make quantum equipment, the semiconductors need to dig into bedrock because they have to control all these vibrations to a very fine level of precision. She said, how you can do that on top of a highway? Because remember, this is right, the Route 34 connector where they build. Winstanley said we are working on that. That's a great question, and we have 2 possible solutions at this point. They're thinking of building specialized floating tables. They describe those as pneumatic air compression legs designed to cancel out vibration through the same principle as noise canceling headphones. Now that might work, it might not. They have a fallback, which is excavating a portion of the building's parking lot to create a dedicated vibration-proof sub-level. They're on the case. Until next time. This is New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. Remember, let's always pick up and recycle our trash while we still can.